Hello everyone and welcome back to our channel Biodiversity and Conservation. I am Subhalakshmi Raut from Abhiga Prasad Research Foundation, Odisha, India. And today we are going to discuss about what is the importance of Ziziphus species in bird conservation. So, as we know, nowadays we are cutting down trees and we are removing the shrubs around us to make the land preferable for construction of buildings or turning it into agricultural lands. So there is actually decrease in the plant cover in our India, as well as by this we are decreasing the population of birds also. As we know, plants and animals they depend on each other for their survival. Their interaction, mutualism is very important because plants cannot survive without animals, and animals cannot survive without plants. As we know, that plants provide animals with food, shelter, protection, and animals get direct food, then birds get nectar from plants, and there are various insects that depend on plants for their food, and there are also some insects that build their nests on plants. And so these are some importance of plants, why they are essential for animals. And in same way, animals are also important for plants because for one, plants get their mobility. That is, they cannot move, so they cannot propagate their seeds. But animals can disperse their seeds throughout the world. And next is uh, the mutualism between them uh, plays an important role in evolution, and as well as plays an important role in extinction of species because um, there is actually it's said that a particular plant whose seeds when they pass through the gut of the birds, then only it can be available for germination. That is, it can germinate after passing through the gut of the bird. And uh, this process is important in case of extinction. If the bird gets extinct, then the plant will also get extinct. So there is a need for conservation of both plants and animals. So we are going to see this discussion as an approach to conserve bird using some fruiting plants. As we know, Jujubas is a fruit producing plant, and the fruits are delicious to eat, and birds also prefer them. So, Ziziphus is a genus of spiny shrubs and small trees belonging to the family Rhamnaceae, and they are generally found in warm, temperate, tropical regions of the world. And there are about 20 different Ziziphus species in India, out of which nine are found in Odisha, and uh, the fruits they are edible. Maybe in case of Jujubas oenifolia, the fruits are yellow or black in color, shiny. And in case of Jujubas mauritiana, we get a big oblong fruit, which is brownish or yellowish in color, and it's very sweet to taste after the ripe. So they are highly preferred by birds. And Ziziphus mauritiana and Ziziphus oenifolia, these are The two species that we are going to concentrate on in this um, PPT, and here Ziziphus mauritiana. This is a plant with um, spiny and evergreen shrub, and it's a small to medium sized tree, and it's generally called Indian jujube or common jujube in English, and in Hindi it's called bear, and in Odia it's called borokoli, and we can also see that the flowers are greenish yellow in color, and we will find single um, flower from that um, excel, and how we can identify this plant. It's a thorny and densely branched small tree, and the young stems are have a zigzag pattern, and they usually have a single curved thorn at each joint, and the leaves are dark green and glossy on the upper surface, and whitish or rush, little bit brownish on the undersides, which is and it's also hairy on the underside, and the fruit is generally oblong or round in shape, and it consists of a large hard stone surrounded by white fleshy pulp, and these fruit turn from green to pale yellow, then to reddish brown as they mature. And the flowering period is from March to October, and the fruiting period is from January to March. Now, the next one is Ziziphus unipolia. It's generally called jackal jujube or wild jujube in English, Makai in Hindi, and Kontakoli in Odia. It's a scandent shrub that is, it appears to be like climber, but it's a shrub. So we can see this shrub climbing over trees, and the leaves leaves are oblong and maybe narrower at the tips, and there is on the upper surface pubescent, little bit hairy, and beneath the on the lower surface um, it's more hairy than upper side, and the flowers are here also greenish yellow in color, and the fruits, as you can see in the uh, starting of the PPT, the fruits are black, shiny, and round, circular in shape, and um, the flowering period is from June to September, and the fruiting period is from October to January. Now, this is the main difference between the flowers of Ziziphus oenifolia and Ziziphus martiana. And here we can see that birds frequently visit these Ziziphus species. We can see here yellow-eyed babbler consuming the fruits of Ziziphus oenifolia, and here we can see the purple drum sunbird consuming the fruits of Ziziphus mauritiana, and Jacobin cuckoo also finds it very soothing and very good to consume the fruits of Ziziphus oenifolia. And red-vented bulbul also have the habit to consume the fruits of Ziziphus oenifolia. Now, this is a list of birds that mainly visit the Ziziphus mauritiana and Ziziphus oenifolia for consuming the fruits. and this was done. Um, the study was done recently, and we found that there are about 14 bird species, different bird species. They visit these two Ziziphus species, and it's concluded that they are highly the birds highly prefer Ziziphus fruits because it is very sweet to taste and very nutritious. It has vitamin C and different nutrients, and but from the study, we recommend, or uh, we conclude that there should be plantation of more trees, and mainly the fruiting plants, because they not only increase the plant cover, or the number of plants per area, and but also they help in conservation of different faunal species, may it be birds or insects or mammals. All depend on plants for their food, shelter. So we should think about that. So thank you. This is all from me today.